Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, fighting out of the blue corner this evening, he stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. He weighs in at 153 pounds. Fighting out of Kansas City, Missouri, give it up for Johnny Roberts. His opponent tonight, fighting from across the cage out of the red corner this evening. He stands 6 feet tall. He weighs in at 159 pounds. Fighting out of Pine Bluff, Arkansas, please welcome Patrick Pace.
Breaking into the action here for our first contest at lightweight. Johnny Roberts in the blue tape, Patrick Pace in the red. Quick touch of the gloves and into the action. Big shot already here coming out of Johnny Roberts, looking for that takedown.
Good job by Roberts, shot right under the first punch Pace through. Got a nice, easy takedown. Passing right in the half guard.
Now moves into side control. Pace scrambling to get back up, looks for a takedown of his own. Both of these fighters, a lot of herky-jerky energy here to start.
Right, a lot of nervous energy to start the fight. Both fighters should calm down here shortly. Now Roberts has settled into the full guard of Pace.
Roberts now trying to posture up a bit. Pace looking to get on that cage, walk up. Nice move to get back to his feet.
Pace wants to disengage from here. He wants to be standing up.
Both fighters looking for that takedown, not working out of either. Pace tries for a body lock, does not work. Unfortunately ends up in the half guard position here of Roberts.
Right, Pace made a mistake there. He tried to muscle Roberts over, ends up on his back for his trouble. Good underhook by Pace. He could take the back of Roberts here.
That head and arm position is always dangerous here. You lose the potential of your back, but nice roll into a scarf lock position.
Yeah, but Pace has the back. As soon as he pops his head out, he's going to have the back of Roberts. Pace needs to move to mount from this position. Roberts needs to turn into Pace, turn to his left hard into Pace.
This is not where Roberts wants to be. Roberts trying to work those hips to get out of this mounted position. But again, the strength here of Pace will play into this as he's looking for that arm lock.
Yeah, he wants to get his right arm on the other side of the head of Roberts to finish this key lock. Be much easier to finish if Pace's right arm are on the other side of Roberts' head.
15 seconds remaining here in round one. Will Roberts survive to see round two? I believe he is safe in that position. Breaks out of it. End of round one. Kevin, how do you see that one?
I'm going to give that round to Pace. Even though Roberts controlled the earlier part of the round, I thought Pace threatened the most with the submission and had the mount at the end, the most dominant position, also had the back for a second. I'm going to give that round to Pace ever so slightly, but I wouldn't have a problem if the judges gave it to Roberts because he controlled more of the round than Pace did.
Yeah, Roberts had more of the takedowns, had a lot of control in this, which it just depends on what type of judge is looking for at that point in time.
Absolutely. Each judge is a little bit different. They're looking from different angles. That's why you get slightly different judging criteria out of each judge.
Yeah, judging is based on the 10-point must scoring system. It's based on cage control, aggression, Getting ready to move here into round 2. Johnny Roberts in the blue tape, Patrick Pace in the red.
I can't see. Let's get these guys fired up. Let's make some noise.
Second round underway. Roberts a little more squared up in his stance this time, fighting a little taller. Oh, big
right
shot
hand
there out of Pace.
And Roberts shoots immediately after eating that right hand.
Both fighters starting to swing wild. Superman punch and misses. Eats some knees. Pace is starting to move more almost into that counter puncher roll now. Oh! Ho, ho. That one landed right in the head of Roberts.
Yeah, he was holding the top of his head.
Yeah, I don't think he knew where he was there for a moment. We have some blood coming out of the nose here of Roberts.
I think that blood is going to be from that first right hand Pace landed earlier in the round.
A lot of pressure here out of Roberts, down to a minute and a half in this second round.
I think Roberts is taking this time to kind of gather his wits about him also.
Well, I mean, to take a shot like that into the head, that's a tough one, as it is raising a hematoma, as we can see here, as he's right in front of the booth. Pace doing a good job here, though, of controlling that top position and the back here of Roberts. Starting to land some ground and pound, looks to get one hook in. Again, right in front of us here.
Roberts in a completely defensive position at the moment.
This is not where he wants to be. He has to do something. Referee is right on top of the action here. Roberts trying to roll now, looking to make some moves.
If Roberts could get a little closer to the fence, he could use it to try and stand up out of this.
Roberts trying to control that wrist, but he's eating punches heavily here. Back into a half guard position. Roberts.
Pace steps right over into mount very easily.
10 seconds remaining here in this second round. Thank you for joining us on Facebook. And for that afterwards, please go over to flowcombat.com or the Flow Sports app on Roku and Apple TV 4 to continue the broadcast tonight. Again, a pretty commanding round there for Patrick Pace.
Yeah, that round was a lot clearer for Patrick Pace. That's an easy 10-9, maybe even possibly a 10-8 at points. You know, some judges, I'm not a 10-8 type of guy, but in the rules, you can give a 10-8 for a pretty dominant round like that.
As we go to our Mattingly Lumber instant replay, we see the big kick coming here, I'm sure.
Brought to you by Modelo, the official beer of Shamrock FC.
A lot of heavy punches there out of Patrick Pace again. Yes, that one right to the head.
Yeah, looked like he caught a knee. He kind of leaned into that kick, caught the knee of Pace, but it's a legal move because Pace was attempting to throw a kick. Roberts just leaned his head into it and hit his knee on top of his head.
All right, Black fans, here we
Third
go.
and final round.
Fired up. Make some noise.
Big stiff jab out of Pace. Again, Pace trying to go up top. Now, it makes you wonder, Kevin, has Roberts fully recovered from that second round? There was a lot of damage done.
Yeah, a lot of damage. Took a good right hand, took that knee to the top of the head. Big punches from Pace.
Pace ducks under.
Roberts is swinging wild. Takes a front kick to the face and another right hand. Another right hand. Roberts is too wild with his punches, and Pace is countering with big right hands.
Top pressure here is the name of the game.
If I'm in the corner of Pace, I tell him to separate from this position. He's just dominating.
Yeah, trying again that head and arm throw, ends up giving up his back. We do have a bit of blood here all over the broadcast booth already, so gotta love it. Referee sees enough and stops the action. Big win here for Patrick Pace, getting the stoppage. Referee was just not seeing enough out of Johnny Roberts in order to let him continue here. Fighter safety is of the utmost importance. Taking a look here again at our Mattingly Lumber instant replay. That was a great finish there out of Patrick Pace here. Looking, gets that top position in the mount. Not a lot of action there out of Johnny Roberts on the bottom. You have to show movement when you are in that position to try to save yourself.
You have to what's called intelligently defend yourself. So intelligently defending yourself is attempting to escape position. Whether you're giving up mount or giving up your back, you're attempting to better your position. You're attempting to survive. You can't just sit there curled up and get hit. Even if you're not getting hit super hard, you're still getting hit and you're not attempting to better your position. The ref's gonna stop the fight every time for your safety.
A good fight to kick off the night here on Facebook. Again, join us over at flowcombat.com and the Flow Sports app to continue watching. Let's send this one up to the cage to Stephen Baer to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout has ended 1 minute and 28 seconds of the third round. Your winner by tap out due to strikes out of the red corner, Patrick Pace.
Another big win inside the Shamrock FC cage for Patrick Pace. We still have a lot more action to come. Again, join us over at flowcombat.com and the Flow Sports app on Roku and Apple TV 4. And we'll be right back right after this at Shamrock Fighting Championships.